Reminder everyone that this Friday, September 29th of 2023 at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel, Stephanie is coming back. I am so excited. We're both so excited. But guys, our 1 hour live stream, Comics and Beer, is coming back, and it's going to happen once a month for the foreseeable future, until the end of time even, maybe. But guys, it's so exciting to have her back on the channel. I'm pumped. I'm excited. We're also going to have a special guest of David Andre on the show, when he's going to talk about all of his upcoming projects. But guys, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be such a good time. But also, make sure you guys are sticking around to the end of the video to find out if you guys won last week's giveaway. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive in to today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Wednesday pull list, which is your hype video for New Comic Book Day. In this video, my whole goal is to get you guys pumped and excited for the books that are on my pull list that are coming out this week on New Comic Book Day, which is September 27th of 2023. This is the last New Comic Book Day of September, which is, I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy how fast this year has gone by, and it's also crazy how fast years go by as you get older, but we're not here to dwell on the fact that I'm getting older every single year. But no, I'm gonna get you pumped, I'm gonna get you excited for all the best stories, all the best covers, all the best number ones, the almost top 3, just so many things to go over. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into the meat of the show. We're checking out my pull list. Now, as you guys can see, this is like, you know, a normal size pull list for me. I've actually been able to whittle down my pull list under 20 for like so many weeks in a row. There was one week, I think last week or the week before, I had like 22, but guys, only 16 books this week. But you guys can't see what those books are, so let me go ahead and throw it up on screen right now. Now guys, of these 16 books, there are 2 new number ones. Now I'm gonna break this down a little further for you guys, because I think this is pretty interesting, and I might do this moving forward. There are 9 DC books on my pull list, 4 Marvel books, and 3 independent. And I think that's pretty important, because you guys know I'm a pretty big DC fan, but I think it's kind of just cool to see the breakdown for DC, Marvel, and independent every single week. Guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. All right, guys, so that was my pull list. Let's see if any books are on the chopping block this week. This part of the video is important because I want you guys to know if there is a book that I'm not enjoying and that I am going to chop from my pull list, because maybe you guys don't want to end up picking that book up because their story really isn't that good. But this segment, over like the last few months, there's been like nothing on it. I've barely been able to chop anything from my pull list, and I'm like, what is going on? There's got to be a bad story out there. But there really hasn't been. All the books that have been on my pull list have been really stellar. I'm really enjoying all of them, and I'm really glad to see no books on the chopping block. But guys, I'm sure I'm going to pick up some independent or some Marvel book or some DC book that I'm not going to enjoy. But maybe I've actually figured out all the writers and artists that I really like, and I just got to stick to them moving forward. But you always got to take a chance on a new writer and a new artist. So, you know, a book will end up back here at some point. But guys, with all that said, there are no books on the chopping block once again, so let's go ahead and dive in to my cover lover picks. You guys know I love it when I have a bunch of covers that I get to share with you guys, because I absolutely love cover art, and there are some amazing covers coming out this week. This list is pretty robust, so guys, strap in and let's go ahead and get started. And the first one up is Detective Comics, issue 1074. This is the cover D, the Hispanic Heritage Month variant done by Pablos Villalobos, otherwise known as Lobos. His covers have been so good as of late, and this one featuring the question is awesome. How many awesome question covers are out there? I want to say there's one right now, because this one right here is a banger. But guys, moving on, we have the Avengers issue number 5. This is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Ben Harvey, featuring the Scarlet Witch, which a bunch of creepy monsters around her, and it is so good. Ben Harvey, good on you, because this is a great cover. But moving on, we have Green Arrow issue number 4. This is the cover C, which is the 1:25 ratio cover done by James Stokes. I want to say that's how it's pronounced, but probably not. But guys, this cover is awesome. You got like Green Arrow, he's shooting his one single arrow, and you got like all these weapons and garbage flying at him. So cool. This is a great Green Arrow cover. But guys, moving on, we have Action Comics issue number 1057. This is the cover B variant done by Jorge Jimenez. You guys know, if you guys are fans of the channel, that I am a huge Jorge Jimenez fan. I love when he gets to draw Superman, and this is so cool. You see Superman kind of like ripping open his shirt, so he's in his Clark Kent costume, and then you see him just like super close up, you got his chin, and he's already in his Superman, he's flying away. So good. Such a great cover. But there's also a 1:25 ratio variant for Action Comics issue 1057 done by Raphael Albuquerque, which is really good. It has like a classic look to it, but it's brand new art by Raphael Albuquerque. It's really freaking cool. But guys, moving on, we have The Flash issue number 1. That's right, the new Flash series kicks off this week with a new creative team. Now this is the cover C variant done by Dan Mora. Do I need to say more? Dan Mora. We need more of Dan Mora. This is such a great cover. But guys, there's also the 1:50 ratio variant done by James Harren. Harren. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's one or the other, or maybe it's not either of those, and I'm just completely butchering this guy's last name. But this cover is so freaking cool. It kind of has like a monster-y vibe to it. We get the Flash, he's like doing his lightning stuff to the floor. So good. It's awesome. But guys, moving on, we have Harley Quinn, issue number 32. This is the cover B variant done by Jenny Frison. It's an awesome bubblegum cover. It's Jenny Frison. This cover is gorgeous. But moving on, Death of Venomverse, issue number 5. Now, normally you would hear me say like the 1:10 ratio variant or the 1:50 ratio variant, which is that awesome Gabriel Del Auto connected cover set. But no, this is the design variant featuring Jeff the Land Shark, but the Venomized version of him. How cool is this? This is an amazing cover. This is like a design variant for the design variants because it's Jeff the Land Shark. Who doesn't love Jeff the Land Shark? But guys, moving on, we have Miss Marvel, the New Mutant, issue number 2. Now this is a really cool variant. This is the 1:100 ratio Virgin variant done by Adrian Alfona. I want to say that's how it's pronounced, but this cover is so great. There is a trade dress. I'll put that up on screen too and what version of the cover it is, but I really like the 1:100 ratio variant. I'm not sure if he was the original artist on the first run of Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, because he kind of looks like that a little bit, but guys, if I do the research while I'm editing this video, I will put it right here if I'm right or I'm wrong. But guys, there is one other cover coming out this week, which is my favorite cover of the week. It is Power Girl issue number 1, the cover C variant done by Souza Micah. This is gorgeous. It's sexy, but it's not too sexy. It's also just like kind of like got that plain yellow background, so she stands out really vibrantly. She's also wearing the jacket and not the cape. It's gorgeous. It is so freaking good. I love this cover. I've ordered at least 3 or 4 copies of it, and I ordered one from Suzumaika's personal store with her signature on it because I just, I needed it. I just needed more copies of it, I guess. But guys, this cover is fantastic, guys. I'll have a link down in the description below to Suzumaika's website, so that way if you guys are interested in picking up a signed copy, you can. All right, guys, those are my cover lover picks for this week. Let's go ahead and find out what new #1 book that I think you guys have to be excited about. This is a first for me. Normally in the new #1 book, I'm like over the moon excited to tell you guys about. It seems like it's gonna be a banger of the book. I just want to like gush about it. But this one right here, I'm excited for. I am excited for it, so that's why I can tell you guys that I am excited for it. But I don't love the creative team on this book, and mainly the writer, because I've read some of his previous stuff, and I haven't loved it, but I love the character, and I haven't enjoyed this character for a little while, and I really want to enjoy this book, and that is The Flash issue #1. Now this has the new creative team of Simon Spurrier as the writer and Mike Deodato Jr. as the artist. Mike Deodato Jr. is a very solid artist. He does a lot of great work. He's done some great work over at Marvel Comics, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do on this Flash book. But Simon Spurrier, in the past, I really haven't enjoyed his writing, so I'm very hesitant to go like full hog excitement on this book, but it's The Flash, and I'm really excited to dive back into this character, so let me go ahead and read the synopsis to you guys. Wally West races towards the future with a new all-star creative team. Wally West has never been quicker, more fulfilled, more heroic. His loving family is around him, and yet something is off. Very off. His evolving understanding of his powers has opened Wally to new avenues of sci-fi adventure and attuned his senses to strange new ideas. Something whispers from the dark vibrations beyond the Speed Force, and as Wally experiments with creative new approaches to his powers, he encounters new realms, mysterious allies, and mind-shifting terrors. A new era for the Scarlet Speedster begins now from the team of Cy Spurrier and Mike Deodato Jr. So from what I can tell from what other reviewers have talked about the previous creative team on this book seems to be going down a much darker route. It's going away from like a very bubbly, family type oriented book to something a little more dark, a little more twisted. And do we need the Flash to be dark and twisted? Shouldn't the Flash be a character who's bright and bubbly and we get really fun stories? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wait and find out. Fingers crossed this book is going to be a lot of fun. Guys, let me know down in the comments below if you guys are picking up this book or if you guys are skipping it because you don't like the creative team of Cy Spurrier and Mike Deodato Jr. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which is the Almost Top 5. There is one book on the Almost Top 3, and it's a DC book, and it was really good. I wasn't sure how good it was actually going to be, but after reading it, it was freaking awesome. And guys, that is The Penguin, issue number 2. Now, this is coming from writer Tom King. It has art by Raphael Delatorre. And guys, this book was such a nice surprise. This book follows the Penguin. Obviously, it's called The Penguin. But guys, this book also takes place in current continuity. I thought this was a Black Label book and it was going to be outside of continuity, which had me also really excited because I like the Black Label books. I like when writers and artists can, like, you know, step out of the continuity because that can be very constricting for a writer. But this right here is in continuity and it was really freaking good. Now, it was Tom King, so it was a little wordy, but it did suck me in with the first issue. Normally it takes 1 or 2 or 3 issues to really suck you in with a Tom King book, but this one hooked me with the first issue. Now, the artwork by Raphael Delatorre was really solid, but what really hooked me was how Tom King presented the story and the characters in this issue, because there's more than just the Penguin. There are characters that are living their life revolving around the Penguin, that, you know, they're constantly scared, and there is a detective in this who is really freaking cool. But guys, that is the one book that is on the Almost Top 3. It's a really great book. I think you guys should pick it up because issue number 2 comes out this week, so that means you can pick up issue number 1 and 2 and get caught up. Alright guys, that is the Almost Top 3. Let's go ahead and dive into the top 3 stories coming out this week, in my opinion, from the books, you know, that are on my pull list. Alright guys, let's go ahead and check out number 3. In the number 3 spot is an awesome independent, and I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy this book at all, but we're getting the 3rd issue this week, and I cannot wait to read it. And guys, that is Alice Never After, issue number 3. Now, this is coming from writer Dan Pozian, and has art by Giorgio Spalletta. I want to say that's how it's pronounced, but guys, this book is so freaking good. Now, this does continue the story from Alice Ever After, also by Dan Pozian, but I did not read that. Nope, I dove right in with this series right here, and I gotta tell you, I'm kind of like just diving right in the story and enjoying it so freaking much. Now, obviously this story is about Alice in Wonderland. That is the basis of the story. Obviously, almost every single person knows the story of Alice in Wonderland, but what this story is doing really, really well is connecting this book also to the outside world, like, you know, the real world, and how those characters are affecting the Wonderland. And it is awesome. I'm freaking loving it. And Dan Pozian has got me sucked into this series. It's a 5-issue miniseries, so there's only going to be 2 issues after issue number 3, and I really think you guys should pick it up. And I need to go pick up the trade for Alice Ever After. I know there were some banger covers for that series, and there's also been some banger covers for Alice Never After. I don't know. This book has surprised me so much. I'm loving it, and I think you guys should check it out, especially if you like the Alice in Wonderland story even just a little bit. I think you're going to really, really enjoy this. But guys, that is my number 3 book. Let's go ahead and find out what my number 2 is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 2 spot is a Marvel book. So that means in the number 3 we had an independent. In the number 2 we have a Marvel book. Is a single DC book going to make the top 3 list? I had 9 of those books on my pull list, but not a 1 so far. But guys, the book that's in the number 2 spot is Blade issue number 3. I read issue number 2 yesterday and it was so freaking good. Now this is coming from writer Brian Hill and has art by Elena Casagrande. Now, if you guys have never seen any of Elena's work before, you guys are missing out. And her artwork is a big reason why I'm enjoying this story. It's absolutely fantastic. The way she does action, characters, backgrounds, everything she does in this book is so freaking good. Now, also, the story is really good. In issue number 1, Blade accidentally releases like this demonic power that was not supposed to be released. It was supposed to be killed by this other character, so that way it didn't destroy, like, you know, the universe. But Blade released it. Now, him and this character are trying to find a weapon that will kill the Adana, which is that demonic being. And the person that has this weapon is his ex-girlfriend. So we got like this whole little love twist going on. It is so good. I love this story, and you guys should be checking it out because it's a great Marvel book, and there really aren't that many good Marvel books right now. So you got to take them when you get them. But guys, that is my number 2 book. Let's go ahead and find out what book is in the number 1 spot this week. Did a DC book make it to the number 1 spot? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, they didn't. Not a single DC book on the top 3 book this week, but we are going to end the top 3 list with another independent title. And guys, that is Void Rivals. Issue number 4 comes out this week. I read issue number 3 yesterday. And again, guys, this story by Robert Kirkman is so freaking good. It's kicking off the Energon universe, and I actually don't know how this is going to connect to the Energon universe. I'm really excited to find out how it is. But guys, like I said, this is coming from writer Robert Kirkman and has art by Lorenzo De Felici. I want to say I pronounced that right, but probably didn't, because you know what, I cannot pronounce last names. But guys, this story has almost everything. It has action. It has like this like love tension going on between these two characters that should not even be remotely like being able to sit in the same room together, but they were stranded on a planet. These two people from 2 different factions that are warring together, they had to work together to get off this planet. And then they finally do get off the planet, but then they get captured by like this other giant ship, which kind of like is like a scrapper. They find things and like they sell them to like different people. And I think that character was supposed to be part of the Transformer universe, but we did run into a character that is straight from the Transformer universe on that ship. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys who that character was. It was awesome. It was such a good story. But at the end of issue number 3, there was a great twist between the two characters. You thought one thing was going to happen, and then another thing did, and it was awesome. It was really good. I cannot wait to see where this story is going to go by Robert Kirkman. Great story, great artwork. This is just like a must-read book. Now, I'm not going to compare this to Walking Dead or Invincible or any of those other stories, but this story on its own is awesome. And I love that we're going to get a Transformer universe, and if this is the start of that, this is going to be one hell of a universe. All right, guys, that is my number 1 book for September 27th of 2023. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up and find out who won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, we are at the end of the video, and if you guys are still watching right now, you guys know exactly what you are to me. You know what it is? You guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Now do me a favor and look down. Have you guys hit the like button just yet? If you haven't, do me a favor and smash that like button. Now last but not least, if you guys watched that video and you guys enjoy comic book content, but you guys are not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Now we're at the end of the video. It's time to find out who won last week's giveaway, but I don't have any books to show off. I'm just buying the books directly off mycomicshop.com and either sending them directly to you, or I can have them sent back to my house, because sometimes it is a little cheaper for me to send them here and then I can send them from my house. But I'm just going to pick 3 amazing books, in my opinion, and I'm going to send them to you. Normally, they're going to be cover level picks. They might be 1 in 25s that I get on the cheap or something like that. But either way, they're going to be really cool books, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So, with that said, I got the video loaded up. Let's go ahead and go to the comment picker and find out who won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, you guys know how this works. I'm first going to copy and paste the URL, and I'm going to paste it right in here. You guys see that right now? Let's go ahead and fetch the comments from last week, but we're not going to do anything, guys. We're going to do keyword filter, and we're going to do hashtag I love comic books, and let's find out how many people left that. 57 of you guys have an entry into this week's giveaway, so let's go ahead and find out who won last week's giveaway. In 3, 2, 1... The winner is Doug C. Congratulations! Doug C., congratulations on winning last week's giveaway. Now what I need you to do is go over to Instagram, slide into our DMs. Our handle is right here, and give us your address, and I will get these books shipped out to you. Most likely we will order your 3 books this week. I'll have them sent to my house, and I'll get them out to you within a week or 2. So Doug C., congratulations. I hope you really enjoy the books that I'm about to send to you. But guys, that is the end of today's video. I really appreciate each and every single one of you watching till this point. Now, as a quick reminder, reminder, our live stream is this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern with the amazing Stephanie's taking a seat back on stage. Now, we do have some new equipment for the live stream. We got new mics. These are nice $100 mics. I got a new mixer. I got everything. So hopefully the audio is going to be really crispy. I got this awesome new camera I got set up. It's just going to be a great live stream, and I cannot wait to hang out with each and every single one of you. So make sure you guys make it 9 p.m. Eastern, September 29th, here on this YouTube channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. And guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.